everybody, it's me. It is December 26th. It's the day after Christmas. So I'm in the kitchen. I'm really tired. I'm super tired, but I'm getting ready to make something to eat. And then I'm gonna go to bed. I went to the store today, just grabbed a few little things, and that's it. Y'all can watch me cook. And then after that, I'm going to bed. Peanut is saying hi to everybody. You come over here and say hi. So I'm gonna fry some chicken. It's quicker. I would bake it, but I don't got time to be standing here baking nothing. So I'm gonna fry my chicken. So right here, this is my chicken mixed. This is a mixture of a bunch of different chicken seasonings that I made. I had a coworker tell me I should come out with a line of seasoning. I don't know, maybe I will one day, but right now this is what I have mixed. And I also have one for beef and for seafood. Okay, I'm getting ready to clean my chicken. I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all get to see how I do my chicken. This the thick part of the chicken. I do my chicken like this because I eat my chicken kind of funny. So sometimes if I just see too much of a little bit, I like to get the feathers off. If it's just a little bit too fatty or whatever, I like to take that off. So somewhere in here of the leg of the chicken, you see where that right here, I don't know what you call it, child, and I'm tired. I like to split it open, and right in here I can take that vein out. So yeah, that's what I do. I'll just sit it right there. I like to get all that out because when I eat my chicken, I tell you, I eat chicken really funny. I have a hard time eating chicken from anywhere, from anybody, because I pick a lot. I don't know what that is about me, but it just is what it is. So y'all can see a little bit. Can y'all see? Hope everyone had a nice day yesterday, whether you celebrate or not. Just be thankful we're all here, everyone. Some people, may experience a loss of a loved one, so their holidays yesterday may not have been the same, and that's totally understandable. My heart goes out to anybody who's lost a loved one. I know I've lost some family members, but I haven't lost a loved one as far as like my mom or one of my kids. So that part I don't know, but I truly can sympathize and feel, feel for that person, because I know it's the hardest thing in the world to deal with, is to lose a loved one, especially someone that's so close to you. I've been start a conversation while I'm cooking and cleaning. I've been watching a couple of my favorite YouTubers. If you go back and check out some of my videos, you'll hear some of the YouTubers, excuse me, y'all. Some of the content creators on YouTube that I watch, I call them out and shouted them out and say, hey, or whatever. So if they're watching, I'm saying hey to y'all again. Hey. But here's one. I won't say her name, but if she's watching, she'll probably know. But she was reunited with her grandchildren, which I think was just a wonderful thing. Even though, a lot of people had a lot of negative things to say about that, but at the end of the day, Those are her grandchildren, and she loves her grandchildren. I love my grandchildren too. I know there are some people who don't even get to see their grandkids for whatever reason or another. You got some people who want to blame their parents for everything and don't want their kids to be around their kids, which I think it's sad, because grandparents, we are an extension, or our grandchildren are an extension of us. That's us. They wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the grandparents. I could never keep my kids away from my mom. Never. I didn't have it easy growing up either. I really don't. I didn't, I should say. I mean, if I think if everybody on the face of the planet thought about how their childhood and, I don't want them around my mother or my dad. Now, if it was something like really, really drastic, I could, understand. I'd even understand it better if everybody, was adult enough to come together and talk about, the past and get past the past and move on. And, you only get one parent. I don't care. I don't care if you never talk to that parent again in your life. I don't care what the deal is, because once they're gone, they're gone. You are going to feel a way, and it's going to hit different when they're gone, because, is time missed, time lost growing up. Either you didn't have your mom or your dad, or they were there but weren't all the way there. Just a bunch of stuff. I can go on and on. I don't know. And some people, whether you believe in the Bible or not, I do. I don't cherry pick. It is what it is. Honor thy father and mother. Children, be obedient to your parents, for this is righteous in union with the Lord. Now, I'm not a child, but I'll still listen to my mom. But I will always honor my mother. I don't care what the deal is. I didn't grow up with my dad, but in 2016, my dad died. But before he passed away, he came back here to Minnesota from Mississippi. And I felt like I honored him. I felt like I did what I was supposed to. That's my son. Let me take the dog out looking for his socks. This chicken don't look too good. And, I have my feelings about my dad. I really did. I didn't grow up with my dad at all. Just sporadic talking on the phone. I remember seeing him. Well, of course, I know he saw me when I was a baby. And then I remember seeing him when I was 8 years old. I remember he came to the house. I was so happy. I was so excited. I ran and got the Sears catalog book. You remember those catalog books back in the day, y'all? The Wish book. I think that's what it was called. We got the Wish book. And then when I got a little bit older, you had Spiegels. Oh yeah, that was that joint, boy. Spiegels was that deal back in the day. But my dad came to the house. I was 8 years old, and I ran and got that catalog book. Yeah, the JCPenney book and the Sears book. It was the Wish book, where they would start sending out towards just before the holidays. Everybody could order their kids stuff and go pick it up from the store. And he came over and I sat next to him. I was so happy. I was grinning from ear to ear, like, yeah, boy, he's finna hit me up. And so I thought, I ain't getting nothing, child. And then I didn't see my dad again until I was about maybe 16, almost 16. Because I had just met his brother and his brother's kids. And my dad came pick me up, and I met my cousin, his niece. And my dad had this van, and he's, everybody got to have beats, boom, 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 all in their car. And my dad had that in his van. He had a big old van. And I'll never forget, because that song Rump Shaker by Rex in Effect came out. And he blasted that song all the way down the road. And he took me to go meet his brother. And that's when I met my uncle's kids. I have other uncles, but that was the one uncle that I met. He didn't take me to go meet his other brothers. And after that, I didn't see him again for a long time. And then my dad was a veteran, so he ended up living in a VA home during that time when I got a little bit older. So one of my last times seeing him, I think I might have been 18, 19. I don't know. I know I was getting ready to move out of town, or I hadn't moved out of town. I used to live out of town years ago when I was younger. And, but I would just, my dad would call. My dad was an alcoholic, so it was really hard trying to have a conversation with him. It really was. I think that's why I am the way I am to this day. I do not like being around people who not just occasionally drink, but overindulge in alcohol, put it that way. I can't deal with it. It just takes me back, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. So my dad would call sporadically throughout the years, and those weren't very good conversations because my dad was always drunk, incoherent. You can't really have a decent conversation like that. So those conversations didn't go well. Not with me, it didn't. And so I didn't hear from him for a long time. And then when I had my kids, he would call and talk to them, and that would be about it. And then after that, it was just years. It would go on like that for a long time. And then he came back here, and I think it was August, September, somewhere around in there when he came back to Minnesota. I know it was 2016 or 2015 going into 2016. And I didn't know he was sick. Maybe he didn't want me to know at one point, but I found out. His niece, my cousin, told me. It was kind of the way she told me. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. That's another story. But, I found out, and I was like, oh, wow, why didn't you tell me he was sick, And we, started kind of hanging out a little bit more. And we would go places. He liked to go places, y'all. I'm telling you, he loved going places, and he was a veteran, so he would take his money out the bank and put it all in his wallet. His wallet, literally. He would put all his money in his wallet. And I'll take him wherever he wanted to go. And now that I think back on it, as time went along, and I was always taking him back and forth to the doctor. I didn't do a FMLA at work at the time. I was working for the state, and I could have, but my dad, he didn't want me to take off work, and he would just rather, go to the hospital and go home. Go to the hospital, go home. Go to the hospital, go home, whatever. And so, this chicken is bruised. So, he would even want me to take care of his, finances while he was in the hospital. And I'm going to tell y'all, no lie, I promise y'all, my dad, I think I've held, at least before he died, all the money he kept in his wallet. All together, I want to say I probably held about maybe 15, close to 20,000 in cash, literally, because that's how much money he would keep on him. He kept his money on him. And I remember one time he was in the hospital, and he had some bear mace. And I was like, man, what you doing with bear mace? And he started laughing. He said, it was a surprise. So I said, yeah, I bet. You don't like to keep your money in the bank. And he had these scooters that the insurance company had paid for. So he would roll around in his scooters with his beats. He made him a radio and attached it. My dad was always making something. And that was about the most I really, got to spend with him is when he came back here. And the last, one of his last go-arounds at the hospital, I'm tired, y'all. The doctors were telling me, like, there wasn't much they could do for him, but just give him medicine and keep him, just to ease the pain. And there was this one medicine. My dad had called me one day and he said, "What's the name of this? I can't pronounce it." So he spelled it for me. It was a big long word. It started with an M. I can't think of it for the life of me. And I looked it up and I'm like, whoa. This medicine says it's for ADHD and all other types of stuff. It had nothing to do with cancer. I've never in my life heard of doctors giving cancer patients medicine for ADHD. Well, that's what they gave him. That's exactly what they gave my dad. And I was like, man, if you don't stop taking this stuff gonna take you out before you're ready to go out. Ain't nobody ready to go, but I'm just saying, like, you gotta stop taking this. So I think he did stop taking it. My dad has so many pills, and yeah. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get my thoughts together and look at this chicken too. You know, some of this chicken I've been reading about how they doing a lot of the meat lately. Hold on, y'all. Just hold on 1 minute. Okay, so I'm back. Okay, I have to finish my chicken. I just figured if you've seen one video, chicken being clean, you've seen them all. So I'm gonna season my chicken. So where was I with my story about my dad? Yeah, he came back here. Oh yeah, and he's always, keep his money in his wallet, whatever. And so alright, what am I thinking? I had so much on my mind. Oh, I ran out. Oh no. Oh. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. I thought I had some, oh, I don't have any more. Okay. Thought I had this one particular little sauce that I like to use. Okay. So, my dad ended up going to hospice. And I didn't know that he was in hospice. I'm not going to even lie. At one point, we kind of had words. They weren't bad words, but they weren't nice either. And I also, at that time for me, learning how to take care of a terminally ill person, I didn't know how to do that. And it was frustrating. It was a lot. Sometimes, when you're dealing with someone who's sick, they can be kind of demanding and it can wear on you. It really can. And I never had dealt with that before in my life. And, no one was helping me either. Only time, and I'm just being honest, only time people on his side of the family will come around, seriously, was so they can get some money. I didn't, take money from my dad, but my dad gave it to me. He insisted on it, and I think a lot of that was guilt for not being in my life. And then at times when he thought that, oh, wow, this is the big one, I think I'm going to be going. And then he wanted to give me some money. I'm like, no, Dad, I don't need no money. I just need you to get better. My dad, I didn't know what it was until I read his death certificate, but it was liver cancer. Well, it spread it to his liver. It was pancreas. Oh no, I think it was prostate, and it went to his liver. So I kept trying to get him to do the healthy thing. Let's do something healthy. You gotta cut this out and cut that out. He didn't want to. He just didn't want to. I guess when you get to that point, your time is limited. You're just gonna do whatever. And that's what it was for him. And a little after that, I did try to call him and he didn't answer, but I felt better knowing that when my daughter called him and talked to him, he wasn't upset about anything. So I felt better about that. But I just think he didn't want us to know that he was going to hospice. However, his family knew, and I wasn't informed that my dad was in hospice. So one day I'm coming home from work. I had to leave work early because I had a home inspection. And I couldn't cancel it because you have to cancel like what is it? 24 hours to cancel. And where's my spoon? I think I washed it. I don't know. Oh, here it is, y'all. Okay. For my spoon. I like this spoon. So I get a call from one of the guys that used to study the Bible with my dad. Used to have Bible study with my dad, and he told me that he had passed away. And if I'm not mistaken, it was a Tuesday he passed away at 4:00 in the morning. And I was driving. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all. Hold on, y'all. That is the worst time to get a phone call, is when you're driving, because you could literally crash. And I had to stop myself because I couldn't believe. I'm like, oh my goodness, I didn't get a chance to see him. So, yep, I had to go home, call the nursing home where he was at. I just used a little jerk seasoning. I have some jerk paste, but I don't want to try it. I just do the jerk seasoning right here. This is my mixture right here. It says brown gravy, but that's not what this is. This is a total mixture, all in here, different garlic, onion, herb mix. So I just mix it all together. This is all garlic and onion seasoning powders. Because I don't do salt. I can't do all that salt. I have my blood pressure through the roof. And so this right here is a mixture of chili powder and paprika. It's all mixed in. Just like how I showed you my chicken seasoning. So I came home, I had to do my inspection, and right after they left, I called the nursing home, gave specifics because my dad was a veteran, and he was adamant. He knew. He was like, I want my 21 guns to do. Oh, and the money, yeah, because he used to keep his money in his wallet, and I was saying how much altogether in total, how much I kept cash for him, holding his cash and stuff, and helping him pay his bills, because he didn't want me. I would tell him, I can't just call certain places, Dad, and do business for you, because they don't care if I'm your daughter or not. They don't know that I'm your daughter, so you have to fill out something for me to be your not power of attorney. What do you call it? Not power of attorney. Well, I guess if that's what you want to call it, somebody who helps them with their business, and it immediately ends at death, anyways. So, anywho, I did the best I could, as far as trying to help him take care of his business. I know a couple of times he would give me his money, and because my dad kept his money in an envelope, and he would literally, on the back of the envelope, in increments, how many 20s, how many 10s, how many 5s, how many 1s, and whoo, Lord have mercy. So he would make me count it out in front of him, and then, okay, count it again just before, because he was always in the hospital, so He wanted us to count it again. Count it again. Count it again. One time we got all the way to the elevator. He called me all the way. Mind you, this was a long walk back to his room. He was at the VA hospital. We went all the way back and counted it again. I said, Lord have mercy. But I made sure I did right by that, though. I don't care. Nobody say. When it comes to honoring your father and mother, I felt like I did that when it came to, helping my dad. We had our differences, we would go to take him to the store, take him wherever he needed, all type of stuff. And I had noticed too at one point he was walking kind of funny, and I think that cancer had spread to his bones. And I say that because I remember when my mom's sister was passing away, she had a hard time walking, so that's what kind of led me to believe that. Hold on, y'all. Put my stuff away. This might be a little long video. Y'all interested in listening? Go ahead and listen. Chime in. Okay, so I'm about to put this down in the down here. Y'all can see it right here. I like this. It comes with the top. Let that fry. Hold on, y'all. So, what was I saying? Oh, about my dad. So, yeah, I'm just thinking back to what that YouTuber was talking about her family, how she, was reunited with her grandchildren, But I'm glad my kids did get a chance to spend whatever time they could with my dad. This Peanut.
I loved my grandpa.
He loved his grandpa, y'all. He was 4 when he passed away. And,
We shared in a blanket.
Boy, you always see that man's blanket. They always trying to take my dad's blanket. I'm like, go get your dad's blanket. But, and so, yeah, like with his money and stuff, he always kept it in a wallet or in his envelope. And one time he told me, he said, girl, if anything happened to me, you better get my wallet. I have to be like, ain't nothing gonna happen to you. And sure enough, when he passed, oh, he got my dad's blanket. You can turn the light on. Turn this light on right here. I'm sitting in the dark. I don't want nobody see my dark spots on my face. That's why I like making videos sometimes. I got some more videos, but I might delete them. See this blanket? This is my dad's blanket.
I always
my dad's blanket. My dad's blanket. And he said, girl, you better get my wallet. If something happened to me, you ain't gonna see that wallet again. So when I got the call that he passed away, I went up, me and the kids went up to the nursing home that he was in for hospice, and I kind of looked around. It felt kind of eerie, you know what I mean? Like wow, he was just here. Nobody told me we could have been here with him, when he passed away. And so I looked over. When I walked into the room, I literally looked to my right, and there was a chair with his pants draped over the chair. And the first thing I thought was get his wallet, because I think if the nurses had got it or whoever, I would have never got that wallet back. It was like over $2,000 in that wallet. And I felt like that was my blessing in a sense, because I used that to pay for what was needed.
This was my blessing. Because I still got, because he still lived again.
Yeah. That's my blanket. Yeah. You take my blanket, but yeah, I used that to pay for, what needed to be paid for. The VA covered, and what was left over, I covered the rest, and I was also reimbursed. I had very few of his family members ask me about his wallet and his money at the bank, and I didn't tell them. I didn't need to tell them. I didn't want to tell them. It wasn't for them to know. It was none of their business. I was his next of kin. I called the appropriate people that needed to know that he was no longer here. His bills and stuff. I called the VA, let them know that he was no longer here. They gave me their condolences and thanked me for his service. And the time in service, my dad was a Marine. And then they also reimbursed me, like I said, you know. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's right or wrong to feel the way I feel, but I feel how I feel, even to this day. It's been almost, 7 years, maybe 8 years since my dad's gone. I haven't talked to his family since, and I'm not exactly running around campaigning to talk to them. I've had very few of his family members that did help me when he passed. They genuinely helped me, not the ones who wanted something. You know what I mean? It's like that all the time when people die. Somebody always wants something. They want your socks. Probably want the gold out your mouth. I don't know. It's just weird to me. I feel like I did right by that. I took care of what needed to take care of. That was my very first time in my life ever having to plan a funeral. You know, this is what it is. You want to talk? You want to talk or no? No. Okay. Hold on. He gets sad when I talk about my dad. Hold on, y'all. I gotta check my chicken. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I have to check my chicken and turn it over. So, yep, I went to the nursing home, got his belongings, went to his apartment. 2 of his brothers came and they helped me, you know, get like a lot of stuff, the big stuff. And the kids and a friend of mine helped me clean out his apartment. And they had a lot of stuff. He was into like electronics and stuff. He had a lot of, you know, like cords, and they went to cords, and this cord went to that cord. Like, oh my goodness, he had so much stuff. His clothes, his scooters, his TV. I cleaned out his refrigerator. There's a lot of stuff I had to clean. Took me a couple of days, but the apartment complex that he lived in, they were really nice about it. Plus, he had made a lot of friends where he moved to, because he moved not too far from where I am. And I knew once he moved, this was the second apartment that he moved into when he moved back here. I knew he wasn't going to last long. I just knew it. I don't know how, I just knew. Well, other than that, the doctor said he didn't have long anyways. I'm going to lift that bucket for you. Take that top off, sitting on top of the sink. And just, no, don't unplug it. Just lift the basket out and sit and just let it sit. You can leave the top on. Sit it, yeah, push it like that. And then sit the top back on. Put the top back on, you can do. Get the towel. It's up under this bowl. Yeah, just like that. You sit right there on the side, on the counter. On the counter. Yeah. Okay. Put that spoon in the sink for me. And wipe that part up right there with flour. Right here. Yeah, there you go. So, anywho, and another thing about that, my grandmother had passed too. My mom's mom. So my mom's mom died at the end of July, and then my dad died at the beginning of August. So it was August 4th, 2016, and then my grandmother, I don't know, I think either, is it July 30th or 31st? I know it was the end of July when she passed. Yep, she passed on. So I had to get ready for 2 funerals. And I ran around. Oh man, I ran around like a chicken with my head cut off. I had to get a guest book for my grandma. And I was so busy with my dad and still trying to clean out his apartment, oh man, I need a guest book for his funeral. And I almost forgot where I had went. Well, I did. I forgot where I had got the guest book for my grandma. So I had to drive all the way back out to the mall. I guess I could have went to Target or Walmart, but I really wasn't thinking. And I drove all the way back out to the mall and got another guest book. I just had so much to do. I had to make sure he had a nice outfit to wear. And I had to take it to the mortuary. And the day I was out looking for a guest book, the main person in his family, which was his brother, that did not help. Didn't help with the obituaries at home because I didn't know what to put in there. My dad didn't really talk much about his life, so I had to put what I could in there from what his other brothers, had told me. You know, when I was little, I used to try to ask my dad about his life, but he really didn't tell too much about his life. His brothers, you know, told a little bit about their growing up. You know, my dad was from Chicago, and then he came up here, but my dad would always go back and forth between here and Chicago, and then he got moved to Mississippi. And so you know, I had to do what I had to do for the obituary, and then on the day I was looking for a guest book, and I talked to one of his brothers, and he was, you know, trying to. He wasn't trying to. He did. He was like, "Well, I think everybody shouldn't." Well, this is not a party, and I've already made the decision that the people in the apartment complex can come to the repast because they were his friends. My dad was a friendly person. He made friends with a lot of people in the building, and I was not going to tell them that they could not come. Point blank, period. And he asked about his wallet, and he asked about his other items that didn't matter because I wasn't going to give it to him. And to this day, they never gotten anything. The people in his apartment complex let me have the repast there for free in their community room. They had a cake for my dad. People came and bought food, which was nice. We were there for a while. They let us stay for a while. They even gave me as much time as I needed to continue to clean out his apartment unit. So when nobody was going to tell me what I can and couldn't do for my dad's funeral, you know. Oh, turn that down, Bubba. Thank you, baby. Turn it down just a little bit. Thank you. That's my grandson right there. And he was buried at Fort Snelling here in where we live. He had this 21 gun salute. They presented me with the flag, his bullets, with a card, and other information as to where he was buried. And I kind of feel bad, and it's a mixture of feelings all these years. I haven't gone to the cemetery. I'm just not good with cemeteries. I don't know. But I haven't gone. Maybe one day I'll go. I don't know. I don't know if there was some type of bad feelings that I was presented with the flag and they weren't. They weren't his next of kin. I was. And legally, you know, it goes in that order. You know, if I'm alive, let's say something happens to me, my next of kin, because I'm not married, would be my children. And it would be the oldest. It wouldn't be my youngest because you're a minor. So it would be my oldest daughter or my son. If they weren't here, then it would be my minor son, but he would have to have help. So my mom is still here. She would have to help him. It goes in that order. And anyways, it doesn't matter, you know. I was his next of kin, so for them to, I know, you know how you just know, you know, certain people don't have to say, they give off a vibe. I felt the vibe at the cemetery, put it that way. But I have his flag, I do. I have his scooters. I'm going to eventually soon, real soon actually, donate them to the veterans. I have their information, so I'm gonna get in touch with them and they can come get his scooters. I'd rather give them to somebody who needs them. So, you know, when I listened to that YouTuber's story on reuniting with her grandchildren, you know, that made me feel good that she wanted to see her grandkids, because who doesn't want to see their grandkids, you know? unless you're just that type of grandparent. I didn't have that type of grandparent. When I was coming up, I only knew one of my grandparents. That was my mom's mom. I didn't know anybody on my dad's side of the family. My grandfather for a long time didn't live here. He lived in another state. And by the time he came here to us, he was, way too old, really. We would go visit him in a nursing home and stuff. And he held on for a couple of years, and then he passed on. That was that. So I really didn't get to know my grandfather, But, yeah. If you are going through things in your family, in your life, even if you're not talking to your parents or whatever, kind of squash that. Life is short. You only get one parent. I don't care if you got a step parent or a godparent or whatever you want to call it. You only get one parent that birthed you into this world. So you got to get over it. Just get over whatever you've been through. Talk it out. Fix it. I don't know. Because once they're gone, they're gone. And you, trust me, you're going to feel a way. You're going to feel a way. It's going to hit you different. And don't keep the grands from the grandparents. Whatever it is the grown people going through, don't let the kids go through that. I've never kept my kids from our mom. Never. And I never will. But my kids are grown anyway, so. And then she get to see her great grandkids. That's part of her too. It's a whole nother generation. I would never do that. I would never keep my kids away from my mother. Nope. And if, even if my kids didn't want to have nothing to do with me and they don't want me around their kids, I'd be like, okay, that's fine. But eventually you're gonna want to talk to me because you're gonna want to bring them back. Yeah. So I don't really trip about that because trust me, they gonna need me. They gonna always need me. They gonna want somewhere. Oh, let's take them over. My grandkids call me 90. Some grandkids call their grandparents granny. I know I'm getting older, and I may even feel like an 80-year-old lady at times. I'm not that old, so I just like the name 90, so they call me 90. They gonna come over. They gonna always want to be around me. So I never really worry about not seeing my grandkids. Oh, he's sitting over here crying. Don't cry, baby. Don't cry. He gets emotional. He was 4 when my dad passed away, too. I know he would love to see his great grandkids. But that's okay. I read my Bible. The Bible does give hope for those that passed away. I read Isaiah 26:8, John 5:28-29, and Revelations 21:3-4. So, my dad is no longer in pain. He don't have to worry about nothing. He was a big dude. He was a big, strong dude, but that cancer just took him down. I've seen cancer take a lot of people out. I had one of my PCA clients a couple years back before I started working at the shelter over here. And I worked with her, and there were just times I really wanted to give up. I ain't gonna even lie about that. But I stuck with her because I felt like some part of me in a way was trying to make up for, with my dad in a sense, because I didn't know what I was doing, and she was terminally ill with cancer, and I helped her as much as I could until she, passed on. So, now I know. But yep, that's my story. So, y'all have any issues with your family, if it can be worked out, work it out. I made a video. I didn't post it, but I'm going to post this one tonight. I'm supposed to keep up with my Vlogmas, and I was tired, y'all, and got kind of lazy.
But I didn't.
I posted a couple vlogs on there. I think I have maybe about 14 vlogs for Vlogmas Day. And he's supposed to go to 24. So, I don't know. I might still post them. I know it's over with, but I might post them anyways. But in one of my videos, I was talking about family and stuff like that. Because we don't celebrate holidays. But that doesn't mean I don't love my kids, and that doesn't mean I don't love my family because they don't celebrate holidays. It just is what it is, you know. If you look up the meaning of all holidays, you know, there's nowhere in the Bible that says celebrate holidays. Halloween either. That doesn't mean I don't love my kids. I hit my kids up with stuff all the time, you know.
Just go Johnny.
But I was, you know, talking about my family at one point, you know, when we were, you know, doing, you know, holidays and stuff, and I was always around my family. We had a good time. It didn't even matter if it was a holiday or not. We were always together. Although I got a pretty big family. It just all the kids. It was so many kids, little kids, you know. Just
we had greens, beans, turkeys, log, hog, mac and cheese,
everything. I mean, we would always get together. And it didn't matter. We always food. Cooking food.
Our family know how to get down.
Man, we was getting down, and things just took a turn. We had a passing in our family in 2018, just a little before the pandemic hit, and ever since then, it just haven't been the same. Nobody talks. I talked to one of my cousins, or two of them, and that's about it. It used to bother me. It used to really bother me. But then after a while, I'm like, it's been so long now. It's like, I don't, what can you do? Just love the ones that surround you, you know. I got my immediate family. They have their immediate family. I think that's why I am the way I am. Some people are just really, 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 really family oriented. And I get that and I understand that. But when it comes to my immediate family, that's where it lies with me. You know, it just is what it is. Nobody, after all this time, has reached out. We've had 2 passings in our family, and nobody has reached out. No way, shape, or form, and it's just sad. So it's like, whatever. It is what it is. I mean, I still love my family. I ain't gonna never not love them. But we just have to love each other from afar. So, you know,
when I have kids, I'm gonna let them see you every day.
He said he's gonna let his kids see me every day. I remember my son when he was little. He said, when I get married, me and my wife gonna live with you. No, y'all not. Y'all gonna have your own place.
When I get older, I'm gonna already have my own place.
Oh, you gonna have your own place?
And I'm gonna name all my kids with S.
He gonna name all his kids. All his kids' names gonna start with S like him. But you know, it is what it is. Sometimes everybody's not gonna get along. You're not gonna always see eye to eye. You might not speak for a long time, years to come. It is what it is. You know, that's life, I suppose. Everybody's different. You know, to be a cousin don't matter. It just, everybody's their own individual person. Everybody have their own beliefs, thoughts, viewpoints, whatever it is. And, you know, you may not see eye to eye on a lot of things. A lot of things happen in families, you know. Things happen. People talk. You might even get into a little physical altercation here and there. And that'll really, you know, you really ready to cut somebody off. Like, I ain't talking to them no more. It just is what it is. So, you know, the ones I talk to, they know. Oh, and I'm not just that, but the one I did give a shout out. She has her own podcast. She is doing it. I'm so proud of her. That is my first cousin. She's one of my older cousins. But she's doing a good job. And that's Miss Sip and Talk with Miss Londa and her Queen's Talk TV. So y'all check her out. Check her out. If y'all want to do an interview with her, you got a story, a personal story, whatever it is y'all want to talk about. We're supposed to be getting together soon so we can start back up the podcast. If anybody want to jump in and we can have open discussion, ladies night, whatever, talk about whatever, we can all be on that panel, chopping it up and having fun. So, you know, she's the one. Oh, I had mentioned she had did something for me that nobody else had did for her. I don't know why or how I could forget, but I did have, because at one point I didn't have a card, so she gave me her card to use. But before then, my kid's aunt, and I look at her like a big sister too, she let me use her car too. So those are the only 2 people that looked out for me in that way. And I was like, yeah. They know. Yeah, I took care of their car.
Washington's still alive. He's gonna play the new Black Panther.
Oh yeah, he's in that new movie. So, Yep. I've had, pretty good people look out for me. That's a good thing. So, yep.
Even me.
Even Peanut. He looks out for his mama.
And
so, I'm gonna finish my chicken, and I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like in a few minutes. So let me finish my chicken so I can go back to sleep, y'all, because I'm tired, and I'll be right back, y'all.
I got one announcement to say. If y'all have net, because if y'all don't want to pay for no movie apps.
We ain't even go there. Okay, there's Peanut. I'm back, y'all. He's tearing his chicken up, boy. Look at him. Tearing it up. Tearing it up. And here's my chicken right here. Looks a little crispy, but that's okay. There's a couple of flats in there I'm going to eat, and I'm going to let everybody else go for what they know. And then...
Don't forget to put the sauce.
Oh, yeah. Y'all see my kitchen over here. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so now that my chicken is done, I showed y'all my chicken. I'm gonna eat this, and then I'm gonna go to bed because I'm tired. I'm really tired. Get these kids in the bed. It's not even late. Oh yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock. It seemed like ever since time went back, it just seemed really late, later than what it normally is. So, yep, that was my story time, I suppose. About my family, but love who you can love. You can't be with the ones you love the ones you with. So. But I still love my family to this day. I do. I love all my family members. It's just not the same like it used to be anymore. I still love them. I want to go to bed. I don't have to work tomorrow. I wasn't on a schedule to work at the lodge, the assistant living lodge, because they didn't have anyone to train me in. But I work Saturday and Sunday. And then I have an interview on Tuesday, so I hope that goes well, because, yeah, I'm not going to be there for too much longer. It's a lot of work. Anywho, y'all, I hope, y'all had a safe day yesterday, whether you stayed at home or visited other family members, I don't know. Like I said, we didn't celebrate. And, sometimes it's kind of like, if it's not about gift giving, it's just about what? Your family? Being around your family, I be around my family all the time. My kids know I love them. It has nothing to do with not loving my kids or my grandkids, because they get stuff all the time. They really do. Just, don't do the holiday thing, and it just is what it is,
He played the FBI.
And, when, I got a call today. I don't know if anybody have any suggestions for me. I got a call from, I don't know if they advertise businesses or whatever. Have you guys ever heard of Angie's before? I had a call. I think I had one on their website. Matter of fact, I did. That's why they called me. And I was looking for work, cleaning work, because that's, my next business that I want to get into. And we talked today. He gave me some really good tips and pointers or whatever. Hold on. Bubba, turn that down. Thank you. And basically what it is, you pay them a percentage for them to advertise your business, because he said that's the most important thing, is to invest in advertisement, in your business. So that's what I got to do too. But he said I really don't, depending on where you live, it's not really required to have an LLC. It's good if you want to have one, but I want to have one so that I can open up a business account, and I think you do have to have one to open up a business account, as well as getting into commercial cleaning and cleaning homes that are in foreclosure. So, but I mean, I took a lot of tips, and I don't know. I want to figure out, how do I cut out the middleman? Can I do my own advertisement? Y'all got any suggestions on that? Let your girl know. Yeah. Go ahead, hit the like button, thumbs it up. I'm doing pretty good on my subscribers and all of that stuff. So go ahead and comment, y'all. Comment. Help your girl out. help me. I want to see if I can grow my channel some kind of way. Maybe one day I want to go live. I don't know. Can we go live one day?
Yeah.
You don't have to have so many.
No, that's for TikTok.
Okay. Maybe one day we'll go live. I have to figure out when. I wanted to do it now, but I'm kind of tired and I didn't want to go live, and I'm all extra super duper tired.
Maybe we go on a road trip.
I don't know when we're going to go on a road trip.
When it gets summer.
When it gets summer, okay.
We'll go visit our auntie.
Yeah. So, yeah. So if y'all got any tips, pointers, good advice, can I cut out the middleman? Is what I want to know. Because it seemed like a good idea, but he said, like, let's say I make $5,000, I can pay them $500 for advertisement. Which, that's chunk change considering if you make that amount. I want to have as many clients as I can to make a substantial enough, where my business can be booming. But I want to be able to cut out the middleman. I need to clear my skin up. I'm using all types of stuff and it's not working. But so if y'all know, just let me know. Please hit me up. I will respond as soon as I get a chance. I always respond. Hit like, share, and subscribe. I think I might change the name of my channel. I don't know what. I think I'm gonna change the name. And I think I know what I want to change it to. But my channel, I don't know what I want it to be. I just want it to be fun. I want it to be family, kid friendly. I want, people who, I don't know, because it seems like more people watch more YouTube than they do regular television. Unless you got Netflix or Hulu or something like that, or you watch Tubi or whatever. I watch a lot of stuff on Tubi. This is one I was watching on Tubi, and I don't know if they got any new seasons out. It was called The Dirty D. Y'all ever saw that? If you ain't see it, check it out. It's called The Dirty D. It's about a husband and wife. They own a nightclub in Detroit. The husband, I think his nickname is Brick, and his wife's name is Tiffany. You gotta watch it. I can't tell you nothing about it, but it's good. I like it. That is a good movie. I don't even know why they got it on Tubi. It probably should have been on Netflix or Hulu or something. But it's a pretty good movie. It's called The Dirty D. I like the intro song. It's nice. I like it. So y'all go check that out. Also, don't forget to check out my other YouTubers, Miss Tiff Family Vibes. She's good. She completed her 24-day of Vlogmas Day. You go, girl. My girl, Kimmy's World. Yes, I like her. She come on early. I've been trying to get up so I can watch her. So, I'll be trying to set my clock. Sometimes my clock don't go off. Why don't it go off, Peanut? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, if I don't catch most of my favorite YouTubers live, I do watch their replay and I comment. So, yeah, so y'all got to comment. Who else is there? It's quite a few people that I watch. So you gotta go watch my other videos. Oh yeah, my girl Miss Internet Young, my girl Miss Risa, the Sugar Shack, and her husband G Rich. They be cooking, they be getting down. Y'all gotta go check out my favorite YouTubers. Miss Internet Young, Food for the Soul, Social Butterfly, Food for the Soul. So y'all gotta go check her out too. I love watching them there. Also on TikTok, so go find them on TikTok and go follow me on TikTok and IG. Go check out my I got a dessert page on Facebook. It's called Miss Stacy's Sweet Treat Boutique. I just bake desserts and post on there. I was trying to get into the baking business, and you know what? I'm gonna kind of put that on the back burner because people don't request desserts all the time, and that's a lot of hard work, baking. And I think I'll do it only if somebody asks me to. That's about it. We'll come up with a price and keep it moving from there. But y'all can still check out my channel or my page on Facebook. And I also have my cleaning channel. It's called Scott's Cleaning Service. It's I did the design, the business card design off Canva. So it's black and has gold letters and it's written in cursive and it has like a cleaning bottle spray and it's Miss Scott's Home Cleaning Service, I do believe. I might have changed the name. I don't know if I changed the name, but it's still the same. And I have pictures, before and after pictures of my cleaning. So if y'all live in the Twin Cities, if y'all know somebody you need to clean, a move out clean. If you are a mover, you're gonna be moving people and these people need to clean, a move out clean, hit me up. Let me know. What else is there? My IG page, my TikTok, my Facebook. I got 3 different Facebooks: my cleaning page, my dessert page, and my regular personal page. So all you gotta do is go in my description. You'll find my other social media sites, and that's that. We're gonna go to bed, y'all, because it's getting late, and I'm gonna holler at y'all good people later. Y'all, I won't see you, but y'all gonna see me. So just look for me. These peanut acting silly. So just look for me. Maybe if I get wake up in the middle of the night, I might even try to go live just to see who's gonna come on live. I don't know. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm finna eat this good old chicken. So peace out, y'all.